guys, hello, how you be, how you doing, what's up, what's up? If you just survived another week of school, if you survived another week of work, and if you're doing both, then God bless you. God bless your heart. Your heart. Now for the question that we're going to be talking about this week, the question is, as a Christian, are people really watching me? And the simple answer to that is yes, indeed they are. But who cares? Why does it matter? Actually, it does. Because people watch, people point, people talk, but most of all, people remember, especially because you're a Christian. So ladies and gents, it's true that what you say, what you wear, how you act, and how you react is going to be a clear reflection of your character in Christ. But why? Because we are walking testimonies of this God person. And sometimes we are the only glimpse of God that a person may get in their whole life. As His children, we are basically little mini Christs walking around. Last summer, I volunteered as a counselor at this really popular program called Royal Family Kids Camp. So basically, I got paired up with two beautiful little girls that were both 9-year-olds, and I got to spend the whole week with them. And the whole camp is really devoted to working with kids from the foster system that's been neglected or abandoned or abused. So in one of the nights, I came back from my break. Both of my girls have been put to sleep already. I got on my knees. After I got in my PJs, I prayed for both of them, of course, and then I went to sleep. The next morning during breakfast, I was sitting with my girls, and one of them turned to me and she said, "What were you doing last night?" And here I thought that she was asleep. So I told her that I had been praying for both of them. She looked at me and she said, "Me? You prayed for me? Thank you." Honestly, I couldn't believe that she couldn't believe that she was worth being prayed for. The second night was the same. I came back after my break. Their eyes were closed, but I figured they were asleep. I changed into my PJs and I got on my knees to pray. And next thing I know, those nuggets were like turning in their beds and they were coming at me and asking if I could pray out loud this time so they could hear me. They had been waiting for me the entire time so I could come and they could hear the prayer. The third night that I came back after my break, those girls were hyped up on some next level sugar, okay? They were all over the place, refused to go to sleep. I don't know why I thought this would work, but I told them that if they promised to go to sleep afterwards, that I would pray out loud again that night so they could hear me. For some reason, it worked. They were super excited about that, and they actually listened, and they got in their beds while I went to change to my PJs. So I came back, and I got on my knees to pray out loud. Next thing I knew, both of my girls, including another girl from another counselor, came rushing next to me and got on their knees so they could pray with me. I'm never going to forget. But I have no idea how much that's going to mean for those girls as they grow up. So first it began with me choosing to go and to love those girls, and it ended with them watching and following in my footsteps. As a Christian parent, your children and your family members are watching how you represent God's heart. As a Christian in a classroom, I promise you that the other students and the teachers, especially if they're atheists, are going to be watching you for how you respond to criticisms against your faith. And as a Christian girl, non-Christian girls are going to be watching you, looking and searching for anything that could be different about you, because that's what's going to indicate to them if your God has the possibility of being real. So yes, you are especially watched for being a Christian. Here's what God has to say about it. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. John 13:35. And for those that might hate you because you're different, because your values are different than theirs, just remember that God also says, if the world hates you, remember that it hated me first. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want more information on the Royal Family Kids Camp and how you can become a counselor and work with your church to help fund another camp, make sure you click the logo right there and it will give you, I think it's a link to the website with all the information that you could possibly need. Thank you guys. Make sure you like, click subscribe down there. Comment below your sweet thoughts. As always, I love hearing them. All the messages and all the comments and everything that you guys do. Thank you so much and I'll see you next Friday. Bye guys.